found, I'll read it right here, this is from the report, 300 pages, I'll condense it though. Mayor Duggan provided preferential treatment to Make Your Date, that's the charity that the city was working with. However, such treatment did not rise to the level of abuse of power. Minister, are we done here?
Make Your Date program, the Good Doctor, they do good work, and we need it. However, I cannot help but remember Mayor Kilpatrick. And it was a media circus, everything. And y'all would not let it go. Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick was crucified. I don't want Mayor Duggan crucified. I don't want anyone crucified. But let's tell the truth and let's shame the devil. If he were black, Fox 2 and the rest of y'all, it would be 500 of y'all lined up at his press conference waiting. But now it's like, Mayor Mike, are you having an affair? Are you having sex with the doctor? Hey, Charlie, I told you before, I don't discuss my personal life. Okay, Mayor, and y'all let it go.
Duggan, is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
I am saying.
What questions should the media be asking?
The same level and intensity in which Kwame Kilpatrick and any other black elected official is always reached out to or harassed in many instances, the same level has to go to the mayor. So do not allow him to just flip it and say, this is a great program. We're addressing infant mortality rate. The integrity of the program is not the question. The integrity of his office and how they selected the program is the question.
Should the city be involved in charitable organizations anyway and giving maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars to these programs?
I think that's one of the things that needs to be figured out and communicated here. I've heard from people in the nonprofit community, how come the city's helping this charity and not that charity? It seems like there needs to be some sort of clearly communicated policy so that there's expectations about whose city government is going to help raise money and who's on their own.
And remember, this was a project from Wayne State University and others. It's not just,
But this is not the end. There are other nonprofit work that's going on, shared staff with nonprofit entities and lobbying for the city. It gets really murky when people are pushing education agenda. You don't know if they're pushing it for the city or they're pushing it for the nonprofit. This is a bit murky in this administration.
There's a racial component to this?
I mean, the city's 85% black. You can't tiptoe around the issue of race, particularly when you see the most of the money going to big white companies, big white organizations downtown. And so,
but does this program actually help infant mortality? Largely a problem in the African American community.
Black people don't have, the market on infant mortality. It's not something that's unique to our race. Infant mortality occurs as a result of poverty. That's what it occurs as. And so you need to address the issue of poverty if you really want to reduce that. I keep hearing make a date. I keep hearing make your date. Make a date. I get it confused.
They had a date.
Is it a dating app? What's going on here? But this issue that the mayor has got to get you and that city council needs to get a hold of, and our other people in the body politic, is this issue of fairness. Who else is getting contracts? Who else is getting a break? Who else is not getting work because other people and other companies are favored? And that's the thing that's popping around.
Let me move on a little bit. One other aspect to this, beside the preferential treatment aspect, which we've been talking about, is this fact that the Inspector General did find that emails were deleted. Now, the mayor said he recovered them. All of the emails are in the 300 plus pages that are not on the city's website. You can see.
No. She said that there is no guarantee that is.
Absolutely.
Many have been put back on there.
Check the servers.
Where do we go with deletion of emails? And how big a problem is this? And I understand now the city does have a policy. Emails must be kept for about 2 years or so. Has that problem been solved? Sharon.
I don't think it'll be solved until the citizens of Detroit see further action besides training. You're talking about 3 individuals. Let me just say this. I won't call her by name because the media has done it enough, but for the black woman to be the only person that's been highlighted with her picture all through the newspaper, and there were 3 individuals that have not been called out, that's a problem for me as well. But I will say this.
Would you have all of them called out?
Have them all called out, absolutely. They've made her the poster child for this email deletion. But until we see otherwise, until we see a background of a person, of an attorney, a media personality who clearly understands the importance of FOIA and preserving government documents, this goes beyond, this rises to more of a need for training. Something else must be done in the practices of the city of Detroit. They need to maybe do an audit on all RFPs and all organizations working within the city and how they are letting those contracts.
So, Matt Friedman, why don't you weigh in on this one? As far as, obviously, there's an investigation going on. Do we have to extend this investigation? If we do extend this investigation, are we hurting the administration? I mean,
I'll leave that to the investigators. I will say that the Freedom of Information Act has been around a long time. Email has now been around about 25 years. And we still have issues in governments about how to handle email when it comes to what's public information.
I think people should know you don't
Governments are
really-
going to have to figure this out and start playing by a set of rules, or they're going to have scandal after scandal and crisis after crisis as far as the eye can see.
irony here is a lot of these emails, at least that I read, the ones that were recovered, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of nothing in those emails. To me, doesn't seem to be anything scandalous as far as the emails go. Where do we go from here, Minister?
I would like to see the efforts to rebuild downtown and midtown move quicker into the neighborhoods. That's where we need to go. It's about the people. The people will decide, are emails important, being deleted purposely or accidentally? That's up to you, the voter, because it's all about you. It's not about Mike Duggan, Kwame Kilpatrick, Alexis, or Make a Date. It's about you. What is in your best interest?
I think you got it. I mean, real quickly, we need to restore the trust that people have, not just in the mayor's office, but in government in general. This undermines that kind of trust, and the mayor has to do more to address it. You know, that guy's had a hard time. He's got, on the public stage, he's gotten divorced. He's been investigated up to Yahoo, one side down the other, on this program, that program.
Did anybody say Kwame had a hard time?
Well, of course we know Kwame had a hard time. And then Sergeant had a hard time.
They ran Kwame out of town
All right.
and then incarcerated.
All right, hold that thought right now. That's our battle. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you are thinking, your thoughts when we come back.